After so much hype, Watch Dogs is finally here, and I'm glad to say that it is truly a great game. Is Aiden Pierce, you're this master hacker who's able to exploit CTOS, which is the infrastructure that operates the city of Chicago, taking on real-world themes like government surveillance, civilian privacy, private military, and just who is watching all our data and what are they doing with it. Watch Dogs tries to tackle these really important, really mature themes, but kind of meanders on its execution when it comes to the narrative. Aiden is essentially Batman with a phone rather than the Batcave, and although there are times where he can come off a little bit human, for the most part he's really just kind of a husk for you to take over, just generic white man as you were. Other characters are more stereotypes where the women are victims and black people are criminals, and for the most part, although it's well acted, the script is not great. It doesn't really handle the maturity required for this kind of theme, and for such a serious plot of trying to avenge your niece's death due to your own failures and your criminal activities, there's lots of immature sexualized humour when you actually find out what the government is spying on. In that part, Watch Dogs trips over, but from a gameplay point of view, Watch Dogs is great. Hacking the CTOS towers, as you can see here in the review, lets the city open up, and from here side quests are available like gang hideouts, fixer operations where basically you're taking contracts from people to hack more information for personal gain. Then you're able to just scan civilians, find out about them, and even steal their information. Everybody's vulnerable to Aiden because he's practically a cyber god, and for the most part you're invisible in this crowd. It does place strong emphasis on what it is like in real life for somebody who has the capability, and for that I find it very intriguing, but also disappointed about how Ubisoft handled the mature plots. Hopefully the sequels will refine it and maybe have more sensible direction. These side quests, along with the main missions, help you gain XP, which helps you get skill points to level up Aiden, to the point where you're practically superpowered. You were always competent from the start thanks to fairly good controls, strong gunplay, as well as stealth hand-to-hand combat. But the power-up system, the level-up systems available just makes it all that easier to dominate the city of Chicago. At times you will be forced guns blazing, but for the most part you are suggested to take a more stealthy, cerebral approach. Coming up onto a gang hideout or a CTOS base, it kind of unfolds more like a puzzle game, as you're going from one camera system to the other, surveying the map, finding out where all the locations are, exploiting the weaknesses in the infrastructure. It's actually possible to tackle some objectives without even going into the environment itself, if you're intelligent enough or just in general want to do it. And if you want to run in with your guns blazing, well, it is fun, and you will have a good time, and the controls will stand up to it. But it's not really what Watch Dogs is about. Watch Dogs is more about taking advantage of the systems around you to overpower it. And for that, I really enjoyed it. Watch Dogs is a great game. It's entertaining. It's a bit too silly for my preference, but there's a lot to like here and lots of potential for the future. For the full written review where I go more in depth, check out BritXbox.co.uk. And for more of this, follow my gamertag Born2Be_Slicker, or follow me on Twitter to get more of my thoughts on this and other games in the future. I gave Watch Dogs an 8 out of 10 and can't wait to see what Ubisoft has in the future.